We used to hate on juggalos, sort of. I don't really know how much I ever really actually hated on juggalos, but now I think I want to be a juggalo. Max is like where I'm at with it. You know. Well, my
Yeah.
thing, what I was thinking. Go ahead.
Oh no, I was just saying I'm on the same wavelength. Like we used to like bully this Juggalo kid when we were like little middle school punk rockers, and
Okay.
but we were like kind of friends with him. But he like put us on to the whole thing. We had no idea, and he was like telling us like there's like Juggalo rules. He's like there's like 5 things you got to do to be a Juggalo, and I forget what most of them were, but one of them was you got to.
Okay. Well, I mean,
Yeah.
this is America, so it shouldn't be very hard. Um, okay, I remember the first Juggalo I ever met, which is kind of cool. I was on a Greyhound bus when I was like whatever. I didn't like. I don't mean whatever. Maybe there was some like Juggalo kids when I was a kid. I don't particularly like remember anybody like really being about that life. But I remember the first time it was explained to me. I was on a Greyhound bus. I met this kid, and he had like the Hatchet Man tattoo and everything, and he was explaining like what Juggalos are to me. And I was like, huh, okay. And then I knew this stripper that was a Juggalo. I kind of wanted to marry her, to be honest. Um, the Juggalo thing, I think maybe that's where the seed was really planted. Well, maybe both. The random kid on the Greyhound and the stripper Juggalo. And then now the latest iteration is like so. I kind of got into this like there's so do you know who Clownvis Presley is, Max?
No.
Well, you might enjoy it. So Clownvis Presley is what he sounds like, and he's full clown all the time, And I kind of started watching. He has like a podcast or whatever, like a variety show. And then one day I'm watching it, and he's got like the fucking Hatchet Man necklace on, and I'm like, wait, is Clownvis Presley a Juggalo? And it's like, dude, like how dumb am I? Like the motherfucker like is a clown, like all like he's like I like as if I was like duped into watching this Juggalo or something. It's like it's pretty obvious this guy's a Juggalo, Rich. But then like I was thinking that. I don't know. Like maybe I'm a juggalo. Maybe I want to be a juggalo. I don't know. But then also my life's kind of falling apart. And I was thinking about it today where I was like, my life falling apart and my like intrigue and juggalo culture is it's kind of like been like running parallel. And I'm wondering if my life is falling apart because I'm interested in juggalos or like which came like was it causative or correlative or whatever, right? Like correlation or causation. I'm not sure. But that's why you're here, Max. Like, because Chelsea told us that she was like, "Oh, you guys want to know about juggalos? You should holler at Max." And then, so I mean, here we are.
Yeah, I
Like,
couldn't find my ICP shirt. I was gonna wear it for this, but
that's
yeah.
that's funny. I do
No,
have a
I got
clownfish shirt actually. Yeah,
I got paid to see Insane Clown Posse this last summer at like a
dude, that's
huge rap festival, and I'm like, see, I don't know like the clown prayer. I'm like a poser juggalo basically. Like I'm like lightweight at
okay.
juggalo. I fuck with juggalos. They're cool. And like you said about the juggalo stripper chick, there's a lot of hot juggalo chicks. You wouldn't think there would be, but there is. And out of all the like A-list fucking superstar rappers at this festival, hands
hmm
down the best show, hands down. It was
Was the
amazing.
was the ICP show?
Yes. And like
Well,
the
okay.
way that
Yeah.
they were launching those Faygo fucking 2 liters, they were shooting them like 100 yards through this tent. It was amazing.
Okay, so they
Yeah.
have they have they have like a Faygo launcher or whatever.
No, it's like a finesse method they have. It's just nothing but their hands and the Faygo bottle, and they shake them up, and they just have this method where they just fucking unscrew them, and they just fucking launch, dude. It's amazing.
What? That sounds incredible.
It
Yeah.
is. It
Uh,
is. Yeah.
yeah, I feel like I've just been kind of flirting around with yeah, or like myself anyways, with like Juggalo culture for so I think I've just been fighting it for a long time. And I think I'm giving up. I think I'm just gonna go full Juggalo. I'm kind of getting in late though, I feel like. But at least they're still around. I mean, that's kind of another interesting thing though, right? Is like that shit has been around for what? Like at least 20 years, right? Like
A
how
lot
long
longer
like a
than that.
longer than
Longer
that,
than
right? Yeah,
yeah,
longer. Oh yeah, I
yeah.
mean, I guess when you were like in school, I mean, maybe that's why they weren't really around when I was in school. Like what year was like Juggalo founded? That
I
would be
mean,
that'd
dude,
be a question.
I think they're like mid to early 90s, dude. They've been around for a long time.
1994.
Yeah,
Wow, that's
yeah.
incredible. What a deep history they have. You know? Yeah. The
During the
dark.
song The Juggler, Violent J addressed the audience as juggalos, and the positive
Okay.
response resulted in Violent J and Shaggy 2 Dope using the word thereafter to refer to themselves and their friends, family, and fans.
Yeah. Okay.
Whoop
Well,
whoop.
that's yeah, dude. Straight up.
Yeah.
I can't say it yet. You know what I mean? I haven't like fully indoctrinated. You know.
No, that's the thing though. Is like there's no group that's more inclusive than the Juggalos, dude.
Well,
You can say it.
I know it's pretty awesome. And this is the other thing. Like, this is another like this is my affinity towards it. It's very there's no, I don't think there's like Juggalo gatekeepers. You know, which is kind of tight.
No.
Yeah, it might be the coolest group of people on the planet. I'm into it. Yeah, I had some other thought about this. Well, more just like Dee's mom was a juggalo. You remember that we discovered that. I don't know if any of y'all remember that or not, but D Dog,
It sounds familiar.
and he really got along with the juggalos. That was kind of like another like brush I had with juggalo culture. There was all these juggalos who used to hang out at the park in P Town, and I was cool with them, but not as cool as D was with them. Like they would give him like the whoop whoop when he walked by, you know. And but yeah, then I heard somehow, oh yeah, it's like some like street kid I met that had a dog that looked just like D, you know, and they were telling me the story. And then that dog was from the valley, like where D's from, you know. And then they told me about the mom of that dog, and what was her name? I actually forget her name, the dog. But the owner of that dog's name was Nightshade, and he was Juggalo, you know. And I
Well,
was like, oh, like Dee's mom. I guess Dee's mom was a Duggalo. You know, I
Doggalo,
guess.
yeah,
Yeah. And here's the other thing is my grandpa worked at Faygo. So that's another
Oh
like
yeah.
I feel like this might be like my calling,
It's
you
in your
know?
blood.
It like literally Faygo is in my blood. Yeah, I tried to show the fucking because Clownvis has a song called Faygo Rain. And she was like, I don't get it. But she doesn't know what Faygo is. She doesn't. I think she knows what Juggalos are, but she doesn't really know who Clownvis is, and she doesn't know what Faygo is. And I don't know if anybody knows why Faygo is so like such a cornerstone of Juggalo culture or not. That would kind of maybe be another like question for the internet, but I
Because
mean, unless you got the answer.
it's
Yeah.
Detroit. That's what
Well,
it
yeah, it's
is.
Detroit. Yeah, I
That's
mean that's
pretty
where my
much
grandpa.
it.
Yeah, it's just the
Yeah.
soda of Detroit. Yeah.
They're so about Detroit, and like Fago is so Detroit.
and like mini mart food.
Oh yeah, yeah. I forgot you called. Yeah, that's another. Like I use that term still because I mean, Max. I'm sure you know this, but Lily has a thing that she calls Juggalo food.
Oh
You know?
yeah, yeah. I'm well
Okay,
aware.
cool.
It's
I'm
part of my
sure.
Okay.
lexicon.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, mine too. Yeah, like I ever since I heard it, I was like, or ever since Lily mentioned, I was like, there you go. Yeah, exactly. And it's like, are you hungry? It's like I don't know. I've just had like Juggalo food for the last like 3 days. You know, like, I feel like shit. So yeah, we need to like coin that term. Or I mean, we already did, I guess, but maybe officially. Yeah. So how was the? I mean, this ICP show sounds incredible, man. Tell me more about it. It was in a tent. That seems
It
appropriate.
was in a tent. Yeah, it was in a tent. They had like these clown dancer guys. I mean
Guys,
the
huh?
yeah,
Interesting.
yeah. And
Okay.
it was funny because it was like a full like mainstream hip hop like festival. So it was really funny watching all the people that had no idea what the fuck ICP was like stand there and just be like and like shake their head and just walk away.
Oh, that's funny.
But then the down ass lows fucking stayed around and it was just all mad motherfucking wicked clown love. And
That's
turned
that's
out my
cool.
coworker that was with me, he was like, "Yeah, I'll go with you." It turned out he was a secret juggalo, dude. He knew every word.
Oh,
He
what?
didn't even tell me. Yeah.
That's that's beautiful. So he was in his zone. That's cool.
Yeah,
Does he
so
have like a did he flash his Hatchet Man tattoo at you or
no,
no?
I don't see. I think he like got out of it before he was like tattoo age. But yeah,
Okay.
he's a secret juggalo. He's never said anything about juggalo since, but he knew every word.
Huh, I wonder how many like secret juggalos there are. Like what percentage of juggalos are secret juggalos? You
Mm.
know?
They're everywhere.
They kind of are everywhere. It's sort of like it's like Scientology or like Mormonism or something, you know? Like, oh, I never knew Steve was a juggalo, you know? You think you know someone. Wow, that's really interesting. You
Yeah,
know?
white collar juggalos. That's a fun
Dude.
concept.
It's like celebrity juggalos, you know? Yeah,
To,
it's like Tom Cruise is like a Scientologist and a juggalo.
or like a tech CEO juggalo. That would be lit, dude.
Yeah, Sam Bankman Friedman or whatever the fuck that
Yeah.
guy's name is. He's like actually a juggalo, you know? Yeah, and it's just a fucking juggalo takeover, dude. I'm kind of down with it, man. I'm down with the clown, and I think I'm down for a juggalo takeover at this point. Maybe only juggalos can save America.
I
You
mean,
know,
you might be right.
I think I am right.
They're pretty wholesome when it comes down to it. They're a pretty wholesome group of people.
Yeah, I mean I kind of get that. I mean, I don't think I've ever really met a mean juggalo
Yeah, me neither.
that wasn't like happy to share and answer all the questions. But now I have like real questions. Which at first, like a different like version of me or whatever, like a different era of my life, that would be really concerning. Like maybe that should be now too, but I think it's fine.
Like
You
questions
know?
about God or
No, about juggalos. No questions about like why I would have an affinity to be a juggalo or something. Yeah, you know what I mean. Though it's like I would a different era of me might be concerned by that or judgmental about it or something.
sure.
Yeah, not anymore. But yeah, you should check out Clownvis though, Max. I think you'd really like him.
It sounds great.
No, he's pretty cool. It's pretty nonsensical, but he actually has this really funny thing. He went on America's Got Talent or whatever one has like the Simon guy, like the really famous like talent show thing on TV.
I think it's that one that
Yeah,
my cousin was also on.
yeah, that's another reference to that show, I guess. But he gets on there and he sings "Old MacDonald Had a Farm." Oh yeah, I mean I don't want to ruin it, 'cause it's like pretty funny. He's like, I got a little song. Mind you, he's dressed like a clown Elvis, and he's like, I got a little song I'm gonna do here. It's about the working man. And they just yank him real quick. They're like, or whatever. And like really fast because he just starts singing "Old MacDonald Had a Farm," And it's not like some like hard rock version or something. It's a pretty it's a pretty true rendition. And then he just like starts talking shit to all the judges. Like the whole like I don't think he was ever. I think what's cool about it is I don't think he was ever trying to he was never trying to go anywhere with that like audition. I don't think he ever had any illusions that he was going to make it past the judging stage. He kind of just went out there to give him the what for and tell him about the working man. That was it. Then he like daps up Nick Cannon and he's out. But like, I mean, his whole deal is like he actually tours like metal bands and shit, which is pretty fun. He's kind of like in the metal community, I guess, if you call it that. But like the sector of it that's like not really like my shit, like the municipal waste kind of people, or like that kind of type of metal. Like I don't even really know anything about those bands, but it's
Like
like the
pizza
kind
party metal.
I don't know. Like, what is municipal waste? That's the band, right? Like, what is
Yeah,
like?
that's what I.
Yeah.
They're like pizza thrash. That's what.
Okay. Okay. I like it. Yeah. I don't know. I mean, you're here to let us know. Yeah. So like he tours with like those kind of people. He's like an opening act, I guess, for like shows. And then his music videos are pretty great. He's got one that's called like Trafficula or whatever. It's like Dracula, but it's like it happens in traffic. Like if you're stopped in traffic and he gets you. It's a pretty good song. No, yeah, Faygo Rain. Fuck, I don't know. He's got a song about writing in cursive.
Where does this guy live?
Fairly certain he lives in St. Louis.
Okay, that sounds about right. That's
Dude,
Juggalo land.
I mean, it's fucking Heartland, dude. The
Yeah.
Juggalo, the fucking Juggalo Heartland. Also just keeping it super real, like living in St. Louis. I think that's probably about the coolest thing you can do. You know how much I love Nelly.
Bunch of grammar.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you, if you haven't, and this is for anybody within earshot, if you haven't listened to Country Grammar cover to cover in the last whatever 2 decades, just stop what you're doing. It's a no skip situation, you know. If for to anybody of a certain age, where you at on Nelly? Speaking of Saint Lunatics, you
Mm.
know,
Me?
Max, yeah.
I mean, honestly, I haven't really listened to Nelly since he was like popping. But Chelsea's brother was just on tour with Nelly for like months. The beginning
Okay.
of like last year, yeah, he was doing like
Uh,
road crew stuff for him.
well,
Whoa.
now you tell me. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Uh,
fuck with Nelly though. He's cool. I fuck with the face band aid.
Yeah, it's tight. I mean, it's a good album, man. And I don't think he really even made another one, right? I think that was just like he just made the one. I mean, I'm sure there's like other music, but it was sort of like a one hit wonder, but it was like a full album of one hit wonder, and then like that was kind of it. And then he had like that Dilemma song that was like pretty popular. But I think he's like also like yeah, I guess he's still around. He's touring though. That's interesting. I wish I'd have known
Yeah,
that. I might have tried to catch that show. What are you? You're just off driving around. What you up to, man?
just going to the grocery store.
Well, that's very on brand for our show. Yeah.
Actually, it is.
I like the what was it? I was like listening to like some podcast or something, and like something like that happened. I was like, oh, that's like, hey, man, stay in your lane over there. You know, we're the only ones that are allowed to order like curry bowls. You know,
I was trying to
yeah.
drive and do this, but I almost wrecked the car. So Chelsea made me pull over and switch with her.
Is Chelsea
Yeah.
there?
She's inside the store right now.
Oh
Oh,
shit, we're
that's what's
missing the
up.
grocery shopping. That's the kind of content that I'm always trying to keep in is the like
See, Lily's like tries to keep it too real almost. She's like when we started this, like you couldn't hear anything. Lily's like, I'm really into it though. I want to keep it that way.
I
I
want
was
to
like,
get back to this man. Max, do you prefer the inaudible or the audible?
Oh, I mean, it's nice to hear what people are talking about, but I fuck with the lo-fi vibes for sure.
So, yeah, so this one
Yeah.
thing we try to do, Max, was we Lily ran it through like some like Adobe AI audio fixer thing, like some of the early ones when we couldn't figure out the audio. And it just gave us all like super heavy lists. And we
No, it
just
just only gave Rich. It gave him a really gay voice.
Oh yeah, well that's kind of when I realized that I kind of do have a list. I was like, wait, do I have a fucking list? Because I mean, like, but in that, like, in those, like, we should post one of those for fun, you know, because it's just like over the top. Like, I sound like the gayest person in the world. You know? It also thinks my name is like Cody or something, which is pretty funny. There's like some like AI description of the show, and it's like Cody and Josh. I'm like, who the fuck is Cody and Josh? I'm not sure which one I am. I guess I'll be Cody. I don't know. But you know, we got it worked out. We can hear it now. We got like 30 views, you know?
Oh
You know,
yeah.
we try to do this every 96 days or whatever for the listeners. Dude, I almost got hit by a fucking meteor the other day.
Oh
That's news.
shit.
Yeah, like actually, dude, I thought the fucking world was ending. It was a brush with the great carnival or whatever, you know? I was like praying to JC the Killer. I don't even know what their clown names are. But shout out to them. You know, not out of any disrespect. I don't mean to misname them. I don't want to misgender the ICP nation. You know. Um, but no, I was fucking driving on the little highway next to my house one night, and this fucking meteor came down. I mean, it's a fucking meteor. It's huge, and it was real close. Like it's like on the internet. Like other people saw it, and like whatever. Like some Ring doorbell got a video of it. You know. I told somebody else about it. It's like, oh yeah, that happened to me once, and like called it and stuff. And he was like, that sir, that meteor was off the coast of Hawaii or whatever. Like it's a thing to where like you think it's really close, but it's not as close as it looks. But that was not true in this case. This thing hit like basically in the valley right over the hill from my house, and it was gigantic and it was green. And it was pretty
Holy
crazy.
shit.
Yeah, it was like super green. It's one of the craziest things. I mean, it's the craziest thing I've ever seen in the sky.
Damn. Yeah, that's nuts.
Dude, it was like Yeah, I don't know. I wouldn't say it was like scary. I wasn't like scared. It was just more like you're just like kind of in awe. Like it's not really like time to be scared. You're just like, what's happening? You know, like
Yeah.
I'm about to get fucking hit by a meteor right now. That reminds me of the asteroid story. That I could do one story real quick. I don't think you know this story, Max. I think Lily does. But one day I was at the coffee shop. This was like years ago. And like sometimes like I don't like people think I'm smart. People that know me, they're like, "Rich, you're real smart." And I'm like, "I'm a fucking moron, dude." Like, I don't know like why people. But anyways, so with that as a preface, so I'm at the coffee shop and there's like this like whatever like Indian dude or like Pakistani dude or something, and he's looking at his computer, and he's like, I mean, this kind of ruins the punchline because you kind of already get it, but yeah, he's like he kind of like looks over to me and like maybe to start a conversation. He's on his laptop and he's like, man, he's like, I swear, he's like, these asteroids are going to destroy the planet, And I was like, what? He's like asteroids, it's going to destroy everything. And I was like asteroids, huh? Like it's weird. And like literally in my head, I just go straight to like Jose Canseco and like Mark McGuire, like baseball players, because the whole scandal is they're all like shooting steroids in each other's asses in the locker room. And so I'm like, like I engaged the conversation because like I'm such a moron, I'm like fucking ass steroids, huh? Like, dude, like I'm here, man. Lead me down the trail. Like, how are asteroids going to be the end of everything? And he starts talking to me, and then finally he flips his computer over to me, and it's a picture of like an asteroid, like a meteor. And I go, oh, asteroids. And he had no idea that I was thinking something else the entire time. And like, how dumb are you that you can't, like, accent or not? Like, how do you think that this like random like 20-year-old techie Indian guy is talking about asteroids from the 90s and how it's gonna be the fucking end of civilization?
Maybe he just found out about asteroids in that moment.
Ass steroids or asteroids?
Asteroids, like he was doing some Googling and just like didn't even know about them before and just had to talk to you about it.
Like sort of like an uncontacted tribe or something. Like
yeah, something like that.
Okay, maybe. I'm not here to judge. Like there's all kinds of shit you never heard of before. I didn't have an avocado until I was like 24. You know what I mean? So I'm not here to judge.
Maybe they don't teach you about that in Pakistan.
Yeah, this dude was probably from like fucking Turkey or something, Just like some Pakistani dude. That also reminds me of the first time I ever met a guy from Scotland. This is like somewhere like fresh off the boat from Florida rich stuff, I was like down by the Motel 6 in Portland, and this guy comes up to me, hey, you live about here, And I was like, what? And he's like, you live about here. And I was like, dude, I have no idea what you're saying, And he was like, you live here, you live about here. Like he was saying, like, do you live around here or something like that? And I was like, I mean, yeah, I live down the street. He's like, oh, okay. And then he asked me, like, I don't know what he asked me. And then he asked me if I had a bird, which is like a girl, He's like, you got a bird. And I was like, what? Do I have a what? And I was like, hey, dude, are you from Australia? He goes, you're from Australia or whatever the fuck. Like, and like the thickest Scottish accent you can imagine. And I was like, no, dude, I'm not from Australia. Like, are you from Australia? It's like, he's from Scotland, It's like these Scottish accents and Australian accents like do not sound at all the same, But I could have sworn this dude was. I thought I had met my first Australian, But turns out he was like the Scottish like national fucking icon or whatever. Yeah, that was fun. I think that's the same night that the cops thought I was a tweaker. I feel like that was the same night. I was like, I'm just skinny. They're like, get in the car. You're under arrest. They're like, you're awfully skinny. It's very late and you're skinny. I'm like, what? Like it's 3 a.m. and I'm skinny? Like that's not good. Is that illegal? Like, oh yeah, fucking section fucking 228, the penal code. If you have like less than 8% body fat, you cannot be wandering around in the streets from the hours of like 1 to 4 a.m.
we left the land of the white Rastas a long time ago, dude. Like Oregon, Southern Oregon, that's like, those are some elite white Rastas that have like literally never met a black person in their life.
Yeah, it's sort of like back to like the uncontacted tribes of the Amazon. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like
The uncontacted white Rastas of Southern Oregon.
Southern Oregon. It's like these people have not had access to the internet. You know, they don't know that you're not supposed to do this anymore. You know, they're just like wandering around, like just fucking smoking swishers. You know, and listening to fucking reggae. It's great, dude. I love it. We do it for the White Rastas. We do it for the Juggalos now too.
Yeah.
You know?
Whoop whoop.
Yeah, we do it for the Juggalos. We do it for the White Rastas. We just do it for the cultural appropriators, like just in general. You know, shout out to all cultural appropriators. I don't know. It's a funny story, but they were riding around like in a school bus with no license plates, or like their plan was they had like fake Vermont license plates, and I was like, that's not gonna work. You know, they're like, no, they came up with this plan. It's like because they're like, who even knows what Vermont license plates look like? You know, it's like, oh yeah, this is a bulletproof plan. You know, like you're going off of that. No one knows what Vermont state license plates look like. You know, like that was their plan. You know. And they got pulled over and arrested in I think like Idaho or something. As soon as they left like the proper West Coast, they were all arrested.
Sounds about right.
Yeah. But that whole story was like his whole thing is he had like this he got fired for like eating too much like beef broccoli at this Chinese restaurant, you know? He like he ate more than his like beef broccoli allotment, and he got into it with like the matriarchal like punk clown circus person, you know, over the beef broccoli, you know? And like the way he spun the story to me was like he was like trying to be an advocate for like the Chinese people at the Chinese restaurant, you know, or something. It's like, dude, this story is, I love it. Keep it real, dude. Never change. I've actually fired him from like 2 jobs, you know, like me personally. So like I didn't really believe his whole beef broccoli story. I'm like, dude, I've fired you twice from 2 different jobs, and I don't know what you told those people. Like, you know, like fucking Rich fired me again, man. You know, it's all about like I didn't alphabetize the hose or something. You know, it's like, no, dude, you were fucking 3 hours late and you were drunk.
We got some yogurt.
Some fancy yogurt.
Nice.
Some oat milk.
Word.
This is very unclown of you, Max.
Some
You know?
some Icelandic skyr. You up on the Icelandic yogurt yet?
No, I am not.
Yeah, this shit goes.
Yeah. Okay, that's what's up.
Yeah,
this is actually this is real entertainment right here.
When I went to the store, I didn't see a Juggalo, but there was this guy who looked exactly how you'd expect a Kid Rock fan to look like. And he's like walking through the store like how a meth head walks, but he doesn't quite look like a meth head. Like he's like a carpenter meth head who kind of keeps it under wraps, you know. And he's just blasting Ball with the Ball to bang out of his phone as he's walking through the fruit aisle, like kind of like.
That's fucking so cool. That guy's cooler than any of us could ever hope to be.
So unfazed, like does not fuck that anybody is kind of looking over at him.
Yeah, those are the vibes here.
That's awesome, man. I kind of like. I've been thinking about getting out of the Bay like recently. I'm kind of on that front sometimes. I used to work with this kid though, where he actually listened to like Nickelback and Creed in the back. This is in San Francisco too, so this isn't like this isn't whatever. This isn't the middle of whatever, middle America, you know. Like, you know, so there are certain like, you know, keeping up with the Joneses type behavior you should probably like standards you should probably have, and you're working like in a nightclub in San Francisco. But and like he knew he wasn't really supposed to like enjoy listening to Creed and Nickelback, but like he didn't care, and I've kind of decided that that's also one of the coolest people I ever knew, you know. Because you just be in the back like, yeah, can you take me higher? He's just like doing the dishes and like kind of a tear coming down his eyes because he's going through some stuff. You know what I mean? We hit White Rastas, so I do have one more. Like it's kind of like an old riff on the vape joke. So you know we were talking about like the celestial vapes, you know, that I have, like where it's like got like constellations and shit in it. So this is sort of like a redux of the tactical vapes thing. Is like using your vape to like navigate by sea, you know, like it's like a sextant or something. You know, it's like you're on a ship, you know, and you're using your like fucking like your vape constellations to like figure out where you are like on the latitude lines, you know. And I did get the fucking ATL mint. I sent you the picture of that, Lily.
Yeah.
But it has planets on it instead. But it tastes like Robitussin, and that concludes the vape review corner for the show, because we did hit White Rastas already. Did you check out, or do you know about that lady we were talking about last time, Max, with the cultural appropriating white dreadlock chick that like raps about ayahuasca and
Oh yeah,
stuff? Did
dude.
you ever?
Yeah, I've been put onto her for a long time. Yeah,
That's awesome.
you know she gets on the internet.
I heard she had an OnlyFans. Yeah, I didn't know it went that far. I mean, I guess that's like, I guess you can't really take it any further. You know, that's like as far as. I mean, I guess I shouldn't say that. I'm sure you could take it. You could probably take it further, but that's I did not know it was that explicit. I kind of imagined she was like showing her feet or something. So I feel like that's like what people do. They like try to have like some amount of like decorum or something. You know.
No, that's the new show, your feet. It's getting.
It's like, dude, it's gonna go like full circle though, and like the new like outrageous like pornography is gonna be like wrists, you know, or whatever, or like
100%.
ankles. Yeah, it's like the internet's a disgusting place.
Is she doing new age stuff while OnlyFansing?
Like, is she rapping about ayahuasca while
Like
she's in the middle of a
chakras and
shoot?
stuff too.
This is too fun.
I don't know. I didn't try.
Max is like, I don't know. I didn't have the sound on. I was listening to ICP the whole time. I kind of got my own little mix I like to do.
A good old
Yeah, that she's
porn after work. Nothing.
Dude, that's the only. Just fucking crack a nice cold Faygo, throw on some fucking Kaya, Shannon Drake, fucking OnlyFans, you know, blast some ICP, fucking hit the vape pen backwards, you know. Oh yeah, kids these days too, yeah, they'll never really know what it's like to light a cigarette backwards, you know.
Oh yeah.
I don't think you can hit. I don't think you can hit a vape backwards. You know. Maybe I'll try that. I got my night's pretty open after this. So I saw these like two crackheads like pushing a shopping cart together the other day, like under a bridge, you know, like with the cans all piled up and shit. And I just kind of had this like instant thought of just like that should be like the new like Office poster, you know, where it's like, you know, it's like a guy rock climbing and it's like achieve or whatever, you know. But I just wanted that picture. It's like teamwork, you know, or whatever.
Yeah, I love that.
It's like the new. I know, it's like the new America though. Can you imagine going into like an office building and it's like just two crackheads like just shoving a fucking shopping cart with like three wheels on it, like stacked to the fucking bottom of the bridge with cans, you know? And it's just like, you know, together or whatever, or teamwork. Yeah. But I think I can get that picture. The only thing too is like one of them was black and one of them was white too, which was like, it was so perfect. I think that's probably what made me think of it. I was like, oh, look at these guys coming together, you know? It's like the Michael Jackson like music video thing, you know? Don't matter if you're black or white, you know? I don't know.
Yeah, no, crack is the great unifier.
Yeah. Well, I also say crack, I think too loosely. Like, who's really on? Is like crack still a thing?
Oh yeah,
is that really what people are on?
100%, dude. Crack is booming right now. It's vintage.
like hipster homeless, you know? It's like, no, dude, I listen to records and I smoke crack. or like I steal records and I smoke crack, you know? This guy's like, oh, you guys are stealing laptops, dude? I'm still taking the radios out of these geostorms, you know? And smoking crack with a lighter, you know? I'm not a fucking sellout, dude. I might be a fucking homeless, insane person, but I'm no fucking sellout.
She's walking normal down the sidewalk, all of a sudden stops in broad daylight, pulls her pants down, and just starts to take a shit on the sidewalk. just like it was
You never
Oh,
saw
no
that?
sleep in her step.
I've seen that many
And
times.
I mean,
Yeah.
I'm surprised I haven't seen it there.
Yeah, but the whole process,
whole
because
process.
I've like come across a lot of crackheads shitting in between cars.
Yeah, like
You know,
people,
but I've never seen the whole thing start to finish.
Well, the thing is, you kind of like learn to not look. You know, it's like you see enough like homeless assholes and dicks and vaginas, you kind of learn to not look over. You know,
Hell no, I'm looking.
you don't want to. Axel's like, I'm getting the camera out and throwing
exactly.
some ICP on. You know, I'm getting my headphones in, getting ready. You know,
I mean, there is public.
No, so there's one from I got a Florida story for you. This is like secondhand. My brother told me this one, but there was this guy. It was sort of like a whodunit situation, and I don't think it was the same person's lawn, but someone kept taking like shits in someone's lawn or like different people's lawns, like in the middle of the night, and it's like clearly human shit, you know. And like they're like, what is happening? There's like some shit bandit wandering around the neighborhood, and like this isn't like San Francisco. It's not like, oh, there's shit on the sidewalk or whatever. You know, this is like a nice neighborhood in Tallahassee. You know, where it's like someone keeps. I forget if it was the same house or multiple houses kept like getting human, piles of shit in the middle of their front yard, like their manicured lawn, like every morning. Anyways, so they finally caught the guy. He was a fucking medical doctor. That's a fucking true story. I mean, as far as I know, it's a true story. I mean, you could probably find it. You could probably find the news article. Needless to say, I don't know if you lose your medical license for that. I wonder. Like I don't know if you get like disbarred for that or whatever. Like I don't know if you lose like your medical license for shitting in people's lawns.
You'd probably definitely get fired.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean, though. Like if you like do some like you can do like unscrupulous things as a lawyer and like lose your ability to be a lawyer, and you could like do like malpractice shit and like lose your ability to be a doctor. But like I don't think like shitting in someone's lawn is like medical malpractice. Like,
You might have lost like one or two patients.
well, I feel like, dude, if I lived there, I would go to that doctor. Like, I think for every patient he lost, he probably gained like 3 more. Like, dude, you must be some kind of like savant. You know what I mean? Like, you're a medical doctor and you spend your nights like Batman, like shitting in people's lawns. Like, this guy goes so fucking hard. Can you imagine being a doctor all day and like still like having it in the tank to like ride around at night and take shits in people's yards?
Dude, if that was my doctor, all my medical anxiety would be gone. So, dude, you shit in yards. You're chill.
Well, I'll find his info, dude. Like, this is a secondhand story, like, but this is like I could tell you. I could tell you the guy's name. I could probably get you his phone number, and you could do like a web consult or whatever. And then like we get some answers too, because I got some questions. Like, yeah, he probably gets asked a lot of questions by his patients. I want to ask you a couple of things. But yeah, I think I always just like really love stories too of like basically like it's sort of like the white collar juggalo thing, right? Where it's like people who are like professional doing like juggalo type things, like the whole like, oh, a Florida man. It's like, okay, well, yeah, I mean, he lives in a trailer and he's like high on tweak and he like whatever tried to wrestle an alligator in his bathtub or something, It's like, okay, but like, yeah, what about like the medical doctor that like. Well, I guess you kind of get a lot of that, like in Congress, there's always like, but it's always just like gay sex, like every single time.
Well,
it's never like really
interesting. That's what it's funny you say that because it's definitely not the same. It's not like as interesting, but my dad, like the first week we got back, my dad was like, I was riding around with him and he had all these jobs. He's a contractor and he was like, oh man, this restaurant that I'm helping like rebuild, one of their main investors is like a mayor in this town outside of Chattanooga. And he was like, yeah, and I guess he accidentally pocket dialed someone and he was playing with his dog and he just kept calling it the N-word. And he just was playing with his dog like, the N-word, like everything.
But but like lovingly, like
Yes, but
endearingly.
playfully, just like, how I'll be like, Tonka, what's that over there? I'll be like, Tonka, come over here. He was just like, you little N-word, come over here. But the way my dad is telling me this story, he's just so like, yeah, I don't know. So they're having lots of problems because everybody knows he's connected to the restaurant. He just got fired from his mayoral position. I was dying laughing. And he,
that's I mean, that's what we're talking about. I love it.
So ridiculous. I was like, damn, same thing. I bet there were some people that were like, you know what? I want that guy to be my mayor.
Yeah, totally. Honestly, probably the black community. They're like, listen to the way he says it. Like, there's not any hate in that. There's no hate in that, I don't hear any hate in the heart.
He's talking to his dog.
Yeah, he just like locks in the black vote, Yeah, if there's anything that we're about here, it's now Juggalos and Migos and Boosie. they all get lots of love in this little corner of the world, and yeah, like there's no such thing as a sellout anymore. That's also true.
Yeah.
But yeah, rappers also rappers being pop, like rappers just being. It's not even like I remember when rap turned into like pop culture. But like now it's beyond that. It's like not even just pop culture anymore. It's just like normal culture, know, I guess. Like I don't even know. But yeah, it's like some like suburban white mother shopping, like, oh, I'm gonna get the Boosie chips, dab a ranch.
Dude, a lot of the Chief Keef lingo is just like seeped its way into all of society now. Like just like yuppie white ladies like, wow, you really glowed up. And then no idea the origins of it.
Sure, yeah. I mean, I kind of had like a joke about that too. I mean, like, it's not like a joke; it's just like an observation, right? Where it's like on like CNN, like they'll be like, "Oh, fucking Iran gets bombed again," and then like, and that's war, and sometimes it be like that. But like that's like just like how they talk on like fucking like Walter Cronkite on 60 Minutes. It's like it was a very unlit scene out here tonight. But I don't even know if like people are like kind of you're saying, like I don't even know if they're like aware that they're doing it. Like, do you know that you're just like talking like intentionally ignorant rappers? I don't know.
No.
Dude, my old man went on this. I was down in Florida recently, and Max actually knows my dad, which is cool. I mean, I don't know how cool that is, but cool for the context of the story. He's got a face to put to the not a fan. I'm not gonna say Max isn't a fan of my dad, but I'll say that my dad's not a fan of Max. At least not in those days. I mean, you can't really blame him. We were just like getting drunk and like getting a lot of heat on the house. Just leave that part of the story there. Yeah, I don't think I have a line on that. Although, yeah, I mean, Crocs. I did once like break up with a girl because the car she drove. I was like, I can't fuck with this. So I guess maybe car. Like maybe car is the one. Like if you drive like this is like when those like really stupid cars came out, like the little like tiny like
the smart car.
I mean, I guess is that what you call them. But, they're like really small and they're like kind of electric or something, but they look like really dumb.
I know exactly what you're talking about.
Yeah, she drove that car and I was like, I really like, she's really beautiful and she's really successful and got her shit together and talented and caring but the fucking car, man, like I can't do it, Oh, and then I met her stepdad and he was like Swedish or something. Now what's the other one? He was from Switzerland and I was like, I really don't like this guy either, Fucking Switzerland, dude, give me a fucking break, man. You think when you get shocked, like you'd be afraid of electricity, but you really it kind of turns like a Powder situation. Like, yeah. I don't know if y'all know who Powder is.
Oh, I loved Powder when I was young. I was all about that movie.
That makes sense. It's kind of like that. It's kind of like big in that region of the country. Max, do you know what Powder is, Max?
Yeah, but I don't know what you're talking about.
What's that now?
I know a different Powder.
Dude, Yeah, dude. I think y'all should watch Powder. You know, like Chelsea, you should show Max Powder. I haven't seen that movie since like the mid '90s, so I might have to
Yeah.
I might crank that one on tonight, or just throw on the Powder audio and go to Shannon Blake's OnlyFans. Dude, it's the only way to watch that movie. It's like starting like the Wizard of Oz and like the Pink Floyd album at the same time or something. It's trippy, dude. Fucking crank the Faygo open, crack the Faygo open. Um, but yeah, dude. Oh yeah, but you just get less afraid of electricity because you find out like it doesn't actually kill you that quickly. You know, you just kind of get used to the feeling, so you just get shocked a lot. I mean, try not to get shocked, kids. You know,
Yeah.
like this the safety message out there. Don't try to get shocked.
Does it
But
calm you down at all, like electroshock style?
does it what now? Does it
Does it
calm
like
you
calm you
down?
down or have an effect on your depression?
Well, no. I mean, the biggest hit I ever took was I got hit by 100 amp circuit, which is way more than enough to kill you, like a lot more than enough to kill you. And like it's kind of like seeing the meteor a little bit, you know, like that meteor that I saw. You know, it's like it's kind of similar. You know, you're kind of like, what's happening? Um, but then you get afraid, like your heart's gonna stop. So you are kind of like jittery, like a little bit,
Mm.
like when you get hit with the big shit. But when you get hit with the little shit, it doesn't really like I like a house plug. Like it's really not that bad, you know. Um, dude, back in the day, like the original electricians manuals, like they're pretty awesome because they didn't have like volt testers. You know, like now, like an electrician will have like a little thing, and you put it on the plug, and it tells you like how many volts it is or whatever. Back then, they were like they just tested it on their arm. Like that's how they figured out how much volts were in the wire. It's like when men were men, you know what I mean? And they're like, if you can't feel it, try dampening your feet, you know? And like, dude, there's like old, like the electrician's handbook, like they're out there. They're fucking punk rock as fuck, you know? It's just like, there's like drawings of dudes like putting live wires on their arm, you know? It's like, try the back of your wrists, you know? Like, and like for like low voltage, they're like, lick the wire and stick it on your tongue, you know? That's the only way to really feel the low voltage stuff. Um, and that's just how, dude, that's the people who built this country. They were wiring it up just like on the fucking fly, like with no tools. They were just like, does this thing have electricity in it? Let me find out. And they just like touched it to themselves and shocked themselves. And that's how they did it, you know? Um, I don't know what the ancestries of like the HVAC guys are. You know, like, this is an HVAC show. You know, please keep that in mind. You know. Yeah, we went kind of light on the HVAC today. You know, you got any HVAC questions, Max, Chelsea?
Yeah, how's your heat? How's your AC?
It's pretty good. I guess like honestly it seems like fortunately we've got like a good enough like insulation where it doesn't take a lot and the fans, you know, really help, like the ceiling fans.
Okay.
But I will say one mystery we have is
okay. Now let's get to it.
Yeah, there's a mystery. So there's a vent in the bathroom, like in the little tiny bathroom.
This is a mystery.
The house
Okay,
gets
let's go.
warm. The house gets warm. It works well, but the
Give it,
bathroom
girl.
does not. It doesn't really stay warm, even though it's a tiny space and there's a vent that's privately for the bathroom, you know, and it doesn't really get warm in there. It's weird.
Okay. I mean, how about airflow? You know, like, I mean, it's like you put your hand on it. Does air come out of it or no?
Yes, yeah. It doesn't feel like, I guess, super strong, but I have felt it. It comes out because I did check that. I was like, maybe something's blocking this, but
Yeah, it could be that it's in the floor. You said.
yeah.
Okay. Well, I mean, the real way to do this is a very like analog way to do it. Right? Is you get into the house. You know, Max likes dirty stuff, so just have Max down there with a flashlight. And you just chase it down. It sounds like it could just be disconnected, you know? It should probably be like a 4-inch round duct, a little skinny guy, you know, 4-inch, something like that. And just see if it's connected. And then the other thing, it could have a closed damper in it. That's what like sometimes ducts will have like a metal disc in the middle of them that you open and close, you know? So it could have just gotten blown closed. But it sounds like you got an airflow issue because a small bathroom should heat up just fine, you know.
Yeah.
But you do. I mean, you have all that tile in there. Maybe you know you got a lot of what do they call that? Like high mass. Like you know, like you think about like thermodynamics. You know, like that when that tile gets cold, it's
You
gonna.
do think about thermodynamics.
Yeah, it's like you know, like a concrete wall. You know, everyone's always talking about thermodynamics. No, that's my quote from the one episode. Like, we were editing it, and at one point, I'm like, you know, everyone's always talking about their refrigeration cycle. It's like, dude, Rich, asteroids are not gonna fucking ruin the planet. You know, everyone's not actually talking about the refrigeration cycle. You want to say hi? No, I gotta go.
Bye.
Shout out Switzerland. Shout out
Yeah.
Juggalos.
Whoop whoop.
Yeah,
Whoop, whoop.
All right.
love y'all. Good to see y'all. Yeah, later, Woody.
Later.
Peace.